Hey, I believe today is the 8th of February 2020. And it has been a while since I did one of these things last time. I mean, if you don't count the dog video I uploaded, the one about um, Bear trying to dry his neck by mooching on the bed. That's what he does. He does not allow my mother to blow his hair around the neck dry using the blow machine. So after a shower, he would just everywhere else on his body the fur are dry, but except from his neck. So he would just really funny mooching on the bed all the time like a some kind of like a dirt movie machine. I don't know. Anyway, so it's been a while, and as you can see, I'm not like usually sitting in front of a desk or something. I'm lying on bed because I'm a little bit tired today. I walked a lot, like a lot. So okay, so actually, I went on a date with a girl today, and I think I really like her. This could be the one, for all I know. I think I mean, she doesn't hate me, at least, you know, confidently speaking. So I'm really happy today, and we're gonna see how that goes for future references. If this blows, that's too bad. But if it works, you know. Anyway, let's catch up a little bit of what's going on around the globe. And when I say globe, I actually mean China and America because that's the only two countries I actually care about. Uh, you know, Russia or Canada or Australia can go fuck themselves. Actually, Australia can use a little bit of help because the fire and everything. Also, my cousin's studying there, so I don't want that country to explode or something. Anyway, so what's going on recently? So there are two things I would like to talk about. One is obviously the still wild spreading, well spreading virus, coronavirus. Oh my god, it's total shit show. So if if my memory serves me, up until now there are over 800 people died already. 812, I believe. That's the number the official government gives us. And the good news, well, the one of the good news is that over 2,600 people are cured. So if you take a look at the ratio of dead people are dead from this, and people are cured is not that bad. It's pretty bad. I mean, the death rate is really bad. But you know, you still have a better than 50-50. Actually, better than 3-1 chance to survive if you caught it. And I hope that number gets better and better, and I hope um, the the virus stops spreading. The sooner the better, because it's not only something that, because okay, cynically speaking, I'm not worried about the death. Like, how many people has it killed? 800 people. All right, that sounds like a lot, but it's actually not. Think about. All right, so let's do a simple math. Simple math here. So, suppose in 70 years, everybody on this planet would die. It's a fair chance that would happen, or close to happening. I can do 80 years, but considering there are 7 billion people on this planet, it's just gonna make the calculation more messier. So let's say in 70 years, everybody on this planet will die, which means that in 70 years, in total of 7 billion people will die. So that gives you 1 billion people every 10 years. So 100 million people every 1 year. It's like 3 million people a day. Okay, 3 million people a day are gonna die. I'm sure you can just Google it. Hey, oh, by the way, hey Google, how many people die a day?
Here's what I understood from the website indexmundi.com. According to the United Nations World Population Prospects Report, approximately 7,452 people die every day in the United States. Do you want a little more context?
Actually, it's not what I'm asking because I was asking about the world. Why would you assume it's the United States? But whatever. It's like, that number is really like a lot, and America has only like how many? 300 million people. So it's not the number of death that worries me. It's the uh, panic it causes that actually affected the economics and the development of the country. China's economy took a really big hit. Everybody's staying at home for almost a month now. And you know how that's going to do to the economy. So, and of course, health is the primary issue. Luckily, none of my families have been affected by this. My cousin's going to, he works in a hospital, so he's going there a lot, taking care of patients. So, may the best be with him. Best wishes. Um, New York City is still not affected. There was one case that was suspected, but it's not actually the coronavirus. Thank God. California has 3 or 4 cases. Um, you know, hope it doesn't really get any higher. Although it's gonna, I fear the worst hasn't come yet. So anyway, that's what everybody's talking about, the coronavirus. Uh, Officially, more than 30,000 people have been affected. A little bit less than 30,000 people are suspected, so that gives you a total of over 60,000 people. And 800 people already died. So it's okay. So the WHO, I think just today, the WHO declared that this is a more serious crisis than the 2003 SARS. While I was 8, I guess. Um, Hope everybody can make it. You like the saying. You never know which one's gonna come first, tomorrow or an accident. There was a doctor. I think Dr. Lee. Wait, what was his full name? Uh, Holy shit, I forgot his name. Actually, I should give me one sec. Okay, I'm recording this. So there's this doctor in China who sounded alarm that there's going to be outbreak of this virus a few months ago, before the official announcement. All right, and nobody took him seriously, and the government and the hospital were actually trying to silence him. Why? Wait, did I change the lighting? Why is my face so white? I'm not white. Huh? Oh my god, I look so white right now. Okay, let's play with that later. Um, so this doctor was silenced, and he caught on the virus. Actually, he died a few days ago, and now people are knowing probably the full fact, which is the government was trying to, um, you know, keep a secret from everybody, which actually contributed to the outbreak, at least partially the outbreak. A whistleblower died, and people are outraged. It's like, I feel like it's the same thing about, like this is the same thing as Edward Snowden. Shit, I remember his name. What was his doctor's name? Lee. Uh, oh my god. Hey Google, what's the doctor's name that whistleblower the virus?
Sorry, I don't have any information about that.
Hey Google, coronavirus whistleblower.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Well, Google is pretty stupid, so we can't count on that. Um, like Edward Snowden was also a whistleblower who exposed to the public that the NSA was having massive civilian surveillance, and he's in Russia right now. can't come home. He come back. He can't come back to his homeland. Uh, well, it's sad, and it's really making people angry and outrageous. Again, hope this passes, and hope the best for everybody. Um, and the other thing I want to talk about is the U.S. election. Now, I'm not a voter. I don't have the right to vote. So why am I paying too much attention to it? Well, first of all, because I don't really have anything else to pay attention to. I mean, it's on the news all the time, and it's a topic opener. So, it's and also actually, I one of the reasons I care about this election a little bit actually made a contribution to Bernie Sanders. Is that I like Bernie Sanders' policy. I like his character. His consistent, honest, sincere, and never, he's not like one of those traditional politics. I mean, Donald Trump is not like one of those traditional politics, but in a very bad way. Bernie is in a good way. Anyway, so I want to talk about what I want to talk about is the Iowa caucus. I believe like 4 days ago. So what happens is that in every election, the United States, two major parties, the Democrat Party and Republican Party, have to nominate someone to be the general election candidate. And that process is called the primary. So we're on the primary right now. And the first state to host the primary is Iowa. God knows why. And so we're really only focusing on the Democratic Party's primary this year because the Republican has a sitting president who's eligible for re-election, and usually when that's the case, they don't really have to do the primary just for show because usually the sitting president is going to be the nominee of the general. So we don't really have to talk about that. So in the recent Iowa election, a big shit show happened. So usually the result of the election should come the very day of the voting. Actually, you know what? I like the lighting. I'm gonna right. So, but it didn't. Some mishaps happened with the app it was used to count the vote. God knows why they're using apps, and God knows why they don't stress test it or something. How can you allow this to happen? So the Iowa result dragged for 4 days, and what really makes me angry is that at first, when they're just releasing partially the votes, it shows that Pete Buttigieg, who's a gay mayor, I think he's 38 years old, don't really know his policies. I don't trust his characters. He doesn't really have the best record at all. The vote released early showed that Pete Buttigieg has a like 2% leading, than Bernie Sanders. So Pete Buttigieg actually came out there telling everybody he's a winner for 3 days, and that leads to a 9% bump in New Hampshire, which is the second state that hosts the primary. And when most of the vote, I mean, all the vote came out, actually, Bernie and Pete are in a virtual tie, and if you're only counting the number of votes, Bernie actually won by a few thousand. So it's hard to not see this as a conspiracy. The establishment Democrat are always trying to stop someone like Bernie to get into the White House. And it happened last time in 2016, where the DCCC is pretty much a working for Hillary against Bernie, even though it should not. And I'm sensing the same similar thing this time. Bernie Sanders has to overwin in order to win. It's not fair, but still I believe in him. He is still leading in New Hampshire, and if he wins, he actually wins, in my opinion, Iowa, because Pete Buttigieg is never going to have a chance in the White House. Slap my face if I'm wrong, but first of all, he's too young. He's 38, gosh. And second of all, he's gay. Well, I mean, it's a free country, free world, but having someone gay in the White House before even there's a woman in the White House, I don't think so. People are not that open-minded. And if it was him against Donald Trump, you can be sure that Trump is going to use that against him. So Bernie actually was tied number one with someone who's not a threat. His primary opponent, Joe Biden, went to fourth place. uh, let's see how he spent that. Anyway, I'm actually a donor to Bernie Sanders' campaign. I donate $2.7 every month. I think sometimes it's good to put your money where your mouth were. I endorse him. He doesn't really care about it. He actually cares. Everybody's endorsement, but what I'm saying is that let's see what happens. This is more interesting than Chinese politics, which you don't really get to participate like this. I was 22, 21 before I came here, and honestly, I was never actually, interested in Chinese politics. Um, yeah, that's about it. Actually, oh, by the way, so in the last video, I was talking about I have to wait for the result of exam, the CFA level 1 exam, and I passed it. You know, I did really well. I think I passed it with flying colors. I did better than over 90% of the candidates. So God knows how, God knows why they were doing so bad. Probably because I was just lucky. I guessed a lot of right answers. Anyway, I registered for level 2 exam like 2 days ago, 3 days ago. Yeah, in this June. So it's gonna take a lot of time to study. Let's hope I make it. And the primary reason I want to do this video is because, like I said in the beginning, I'm really happy today, and I think I met a nice girl, and we'll see how that goes. If my future wife sees this, and she happens not to be the girl I was dating today, please don't hit me that hard. I guess. Yeah, that was it. I'll see you next time.